Hello everyone and welcome to the next episode of Shinobi Warfare. If you have reached level 80 and completed the Kage exams, you may notice that once you enter the game, now you have a small bar right here that says whatever out of whatever points that you have. So for those of you that don't read the patch notes or know what's new in the game, we are going to explore it right now. So first of all, you can now check the bloodline and you see that you have another section which is called the Senjutsu. So you can go ahead and select your own favorite Senjutsu. So you have the Toad Sage, the Snake Sage and the Slug Sage. So currently there are only 3 Sage modes, but in the future there will be more Sage modes, and also each Sage mode that exists currently have only 3 skills. So if I click on stats, I can see the skills that exist. So for example, the first skill increases max HP CP by 2000 and it cannot be dispersed for 10 turns. So this is the skill, and also you have the energy, as you see. So this energy refers to the bar that we saw when you first entered the game. Now there are some other skills that are nice, but basically each Sage mode contains only 3 skills, but in the future there are going to be more skills. So currently the goal for each Senjutsu is to have at least 8 skills, but obviously there might be more than 8. So let's go ahead and just see how these skills look like. So there are some different effects here, and also there is this Slug Sage that costs gems and also for premium users. So it has some nice effect. Now I'm going to buy the Toad Sage because this one seems my favorite, and also it's my free-to-play account, so let's buy it. It costs 5 million gold, so it's nice. I had 13 million, now 8 million. So how do I access my inventory? When I click on the talent, I'm going to have another pop-up that says Senjutsu, and this is my Senjutsu inventory. So in this case I have those 3 skills and I can equip 4 of them. So let's equip them in the order that we bought them. So we got the Toad Sage, the Genjutsu Shield and the Toad Prison. So you have here that it says 1 out of 10. So in case I have the Toad Sage, I can upgrade it. So if I click on upgrade, I can see the stats for level 1 and stats for level 2. So this one is a little bit different than talents, because in talent, when you first get the skill level 1, you have the chakra that is adjusted to the level, but here the energy always stays 1000. So if you want to have a better skill, obviously we need to upgrade it to get better effects, and it costs 10 Senjutsu points. So if I want to buy points, I can go ahead and click here. I can select the favorite option. For example, the best option is 250 points for 400 gems, but you can also complete daily missions that will give you those points, or get those points from other places as well. So let's buy the first option just as example. So I bought 250 points, and now I'm going to use those points to upgrade one of my skills. So for example, I have the Genjutsu Shield. That is really nice skill because it reduces damage taken and also adds Genjutsu resistance. So I'm going to click upgrade, and now I can see the better stats. So it only costs 10 the first few upgrades, so why not? Let me upgrade it. Now it's level 2 out of 10. I can keep upgrading that. Okay, so the first few upgrades are very cheap, so I suggest everyone, get your skill at least level 4. You see now the stats get even better. So I've upgraded that to level 4, and also there's the Toad Prison, which is a nice skill. So it locks the target and it deals damage, but if you upgrade it you get higher damage, and obviously if you reach to level 10 you will get locked to 2 turns. So this skill can also be very beneficial for battles. Okay, so I have only 80 remaining, which I'm going to save for now. So right now we saw that we only have 3 skills. Let me go back and show you. I have only 3 skills here, and when I click on here I do not have any skills available. But if we check the deals and we check the basic ones, so and we go to page 3, in my case we have the starter sage deal, which costs 1 million gold. So here you get a skill that's called supercharge, and you get 250 points for free. So let's go ahead and buy it, and let's go to my Senjutsu inventory and actually equip it. So I've got this one and it's already maxed out, so there's no need to upgrade it. So let's equip it, and I've got myself very useful jutsu for PvP or everything else, and I got some extra points. So now when I got some extra points I can keep upgrading my skills. So I'm going to upgrade both of them to level 5 because they are very useful at level 5. And if you notice the Toad Prison, if you upgrade it to level 6 you get locked for 2 turns. So let me go ahead and buy some more points just to upgrade it to level 6. And now this skill is very useful because I get an option to lock the target for 2 turns. So Senjutsu is very useful. Some people may ask why do skills have such a high energy count, but and also your basic energy counts are also very high. So let me first remove my pet and show you how it looks like. Okay, so if I go to just a regular mission, I can show you that every turn I'm getting 100 Senjutsu points. So you don't start with Senjutsu, it's called energy. So you don't start with max energy, but it regenerates through the battle, and the longer the turns you play, the higher energy your character gets. So at the moment you get only 100, but it's currently the first release of Senjutsu, so things can change in the future. That means you could either start gaining more energy in the future, or the energy cap will be changed. So let me just wait few turns. Now I've reached 6 turns, which I can now use the supercharge. Here it only costs 600 energy, or I can use the Genjutsu shield. So I'm going to use the supercharge since it's jutsu that everyone is going to have, and I've got myself some HP and CP back. So what's the point of Senjutsu, for those that don't really get it, is that when you play long battles, for example, you play PvP or you play Clan Wars, Arena or anything, sometimes the game gets too long, and when the game gets too long you start getting repetitive action, and you need to have something extra in order to defeat your opponent or stand a chance against your opponent. For example, if you noticed in the exams when you fought against Jace, for example, it was very hard to fight him, and the longer the battle lasted, the more the harder it was for you to play, because let's say you had like 5 defensive skills, but Jace is very strong, so these skills are not enough. So if you had Senjutsu, for example, in that exam, obviously it would made such a big difference for you against him, because after, for example, 5 turns, I could have used the Genjutsu shield, so things could have looked differently than if you wouldn't use it. So this is why Senjutsu is going to have such a large impact in the game, especially in my opinion on PvP battles, because sometimes players play in a style that makes the game last for way too many turns. If you play against earth users or water users, they regenerate a lot of health and it can get very annoying. So the Senjutsu could be a key towards defeating them. Even though right now you still don't have super offensive Senjutsus, right now those Senjutsus are mostly defensive, but these are only 3 skills, so there are going to be 8 skills at least. So obviously things are going to look different in the future. So stay tuned guys, and I will see you in the next episode.